Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, depending on what part of the country you're in. Welcome to the Blitz Player Props Release Show presented by EV Analytics. I am Keith Eyster, Ice819 across the DFS industry. I am joined today, as always, by Derek Carty, creator of the Blitz projection system, and we are here to bring you some player props again this week. Derek, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Obviously we were supposed to go yesterday and the market was dry. There was very little even available. There's still a few games that there's nothing available for right now that I'm hoping they add, like this Denver game with the high wind. There's nothing for. So keep an eye on social as always. We might have some more picks to throw at you later on. Last week, if you kept an eye on it, it was our first losing week of the year, which kind of sucks, but it's going to happen. But the pick we threw out on social, Mahomes is under, that hit. So that was nice. And I think we have a couple good ones today. The market's been moving this morning. We lost a couple of numbers that I really liked. Dak's attempts went up. Dameon Pierce's yards went up. So we can't bet them anymore. The lines are not good anymore, but there's a couple that are still out there that look pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. 1 and 2 last week, like you mentioned, super close on the two that we lost, though. McCaffrey finished
by like 3 yards. Like, come on.
and McCaffrey by 1 carry. So it was very close to a 3-0 week. But we finished 1 and 2. We move on. We get back to profitability this week here. Great point by you. I believe all 4 of the bets that you have added on social media have hit. So definitely be keeping an eye on Twitter. In case we add anything here later into the week before Sunday. Let's go ahead and jump into the picks for this week. Our first bet, we are going to move on over to Bet365. We are looking at the Tampa Bay Bucks traveling to the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, a big trade made here by the Panthers, shipping off Christian McCaffrey. Total in this game is down to 39.5. The spread is Tampa Bay minus 13 now, so huge favorites here for Tampa Bay. And we are looking at the quarterback passing yards market. I remember seeing a note earlier this year that Justin Fields had one of the lowest passing props ever. I think this PJ Walker number is lower than that. I'll have to confirm that for sure. But the number we're looking at here is PJ Walker over 151.5. Looks like it moved up to 152.5.
Yeah, looks like it's up to 152 here. Let me see. There might be another book that still has 151. But
let's go ahead and shop a line here.
I think DraftKings had it. Let me take a look real quick. Oh no, everywhere's moved up to 152. It looks like. So we'll just take it. What's the number on 365? The odds on it?
Looks like minus 110.
Okay, so I think Caesars has minus 101. If we could hit, sorry, producer Steve, to make you jump around. But I think Caesars is going to have the number. We're looking at PJ Walker's over here, which I think it's a little telling actually that it's moved up a yard since in the last 5 minutes, because this is going to be, it's a gross play. It's a real gross play. But if you've used the Blitz to bet over the last couple of years, you've made a lot of money on gross quarterback play overs, because the public just hates these and the lines get set too low. And this one's about as gross as you can get, because they traded Robbie Anderson. They traded Christian McCaffrey. They're facing a really good Buccaneers defense, whatever that means. And yet no one wants to bet on PJ Walker doing well because he's terrible and the offense is terrible. And they have an implied team total of 13 points or something like that. But there is some positives here. First, very few quarterbacks average 152 yards. Most quarterbacks, even bad ones and bad offenses, go over that number. The Blitz doesn't love PJ Walker, but it thinks he gets closer to 200 than 152 here. I think it has him at 198 or something like that. And so, even though he doesn't have a lot to throw to, this is going to be the fastest paced game on the slate. The Blitz projects this as the fastest paced game. So lots of plays being run. And And they're playing from behind. They're like 2 touchdown underdogs. So he should be throwing all game. And even though McCaffrey's not there, like, yeah, it's nice to have McCaffrey in the passing game. Are they going to lean more on the run because they don't have McCaffrey? Like, no, they're probably going to pass a little bit more because they don't have McCaffrey. So, yeah, it's going to be gross. It's going to be inefficient, but we're hoping he kind of gets there through volume and just sheer, like, he can't really be this terrible, can he?
Yeah, super gross one here, but I love it. Huge underdogs, like you mentioned, and just the line being so low, 152 yards is not a lot for an NFL passing attack. Steve has EV Analytics pulled up right there. You can see the Blitz projection at 197.99 yards. So getting good value on this here, getting it near even money. This game script should work out for us. I totally love this one. All right. Next one, we are going over to the DraftKings Sportsbook. And we are looking at the Houston Texans at Las Vegas Raiders. We have a 45-point total in this game. Las Vegas currently sitting as 7-point favorites. And we are looking at the quarterback passing completions market. And we are looking at Davis Mills over 21.5 passing completions, minus 135 here over on DraftKings.
Hold on. Minus 135 is not. Is this moving again? Hold on.
I think that's what you had sent over.
No, it should have been minus. Hold on.
Because it moved. We were looking at the 22.5 completions, and it actually moved down.
Yep,
a little bit more juice, but a better number.
Yeah, minus 135. Okay, so it's a very similar one. It's another bad quarterback play that the Blitz likes the over on. It's made a lot of money on Davis Mills over the last year and a half. He's bad, but he's got, okay guys to throw to. He's in a dome. He's against a bad defense. Another one where it should be a good game script for him. They're 7-point underdogs here. And so the Blitz likes Davis Mills here. It's projecting him for about 25.5 completions. So we're getting, 4 completions over the line here. And I like the value on it.
Yeah, another quarterback that should be playing from behind. Houston's not afraid to air it out. Also, this Las Vegas defense hasn't been great, so efficiency should be okay here. In the dome, like you mentioned, so good. This should be a really good game environment. Should be a good passing script here for Davis Mills. We're taking him over 21.5 completions.
I like it.
All right. I think those are the only two that we have. Like you mentioned, again, almost no props out yesterday. Still a couple of games that don't have any props out there, but we will be keeping an eye on everything that's getting released up until Sunday. Keep an eye on the Twitter for any plays we might release here. We'll release those on the RotoGrinders Twitter account, and then Derek usually retweets it on his @DerekCarty. So definitely keep an eye out for any plays that we might add here leading up to Sunday. But that will do it for today. Derek, do you have anything before we get on out of here?
No, I think that's it. Let's root for some crappy quarterbacks, and hopefully we get a couple more plays to add over the rest of the weekend.
There you go. So just a quick recap there. We took PJ Walker over 152.5 passing yards, and we took Davis Mills over 21.5 passing completions. Again, keep an eye out on the Twitter, and we will see if we can get anything else to you guys before the games kick off on Sunday. But we really appreciate you joining us this week for the Blitz Player Props Release Show. And we will catch everyone next week.